You're still not upset about that little peck.
Little peck? I come into your office and this guy's all over you like a cheap suit. And you tell me all you're doing is thanking him?
Eric, it's nothing. I kissed Massimo, period. Brooke is out of our lives, and I think he deserves all the credit. So please, don't be negative.
What happens when Brooke realizes this whole thing is a scam? That her father isn't really dying? What happens then?
By then, she'll have slept with half a dozen Frenchmen, and it won't matter anymore. But I don't want to talk about that. We've got more important things to discuss, namely Kristen and Tony. She told me today that he's HIV positive. I mean, she's just devastated.
I know she is, and I'm sorry. But she does seem to be pulling out of it.
Well, I think they're both trying to work their way through it.
Yeah, separately, on their own.
She told me that you don't want her to see him anymore.
I don't. Kristen is to stay away from Tony. Stephanie, our daughter's life is at stake here.
Let's not be melodramatic about this, Eric.
Tony has a disease that spreads by sexual contact. That's a fact.
And Kristen is an adult. That's a fact.
You're not going to fight me on this, are you?
Eric, you've got to let it go. She's not Daddy's little girl anymore. You can't control her.
I'm not going to let her risk her life. One careless moment is all that it would take. You and I know that better than anyone.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and me. Back in college, the first time you and I gave in to passion, the first time you and I made love, you got pregnant with Bridget. I'm not going to change my mind about this if that's what you're hoping.
I'm hoping that you'll come to your senses and be reasonable. Kristen is an adult, and a level-headed one at that. As far as I can see, Tony adores her. I don't believe he'll put her at risk.
The answer is no. Kristen is not to see Tony. And that's final.
Oh, how about a drink?
Well, I could definitely use one. This has been one crummy day.
Tony called?
No, actually, I called him for all the good it did me.
Sweetheart, you can't do that to yourself.
I can't just forget about him, Clarke.
Well, he's forgotten about you. He's very involved with his work.
Oh, well, thank you. That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Okay, honey, I don't want to hurt you, but you've got to get real here. He's got to get on with his life, and you've got to do the same with yours.
He needs me.
He needs his medication. He needs a support group. Tony's fighting the fight of his life, but you can't help him. Or maybe you can. By showing him that you're fine, that you have moved on, that he has nothing to worry about.
Clarke, I don't know. I mean, God, I am so confused.
Okay. Let me help you with step one tonight, okay? No more talk of Tony. Excuse me.
Yes,
Could we have a couple margaritas over here?
blended or on the rocks?
Blended would be splendid. Oh, yeah.
How did he react?
What are you doing here?
I followed you, all right?
Well, then you know my husband's coming.
Yo, I'll be gone by the time he gets back. Amber, how did he take the news?
He was thrilled.
Better be a lucky bastard.
Deacon, I'm pregnant. There's nothing more to be
I know,
said about
I know,
it.
all right?
Then why are you here? You should be home with Bridget.
This is really easy for you, isn't it?
What?
Just giving up? Going on with your new life with little Ricky and the baby? Because it's not easy for me. As a matter of fact, it's kind of impossible. And I really don't know what to do.
know this isn't easy. I'm carrying my husband's baby inside of me, and I can't think of myself anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta find the right nursery school, don't you? You never start too early with that sort of thing, then you got baby showers and birthday parties and clowns, balloons, that sort of thing.
Why are you doing this to me?
I've never been very good with this kind of stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Pain. Physical pain. It's nothing to me. But this is ripping my guts out.
You have to forget.
Yeah, well, I've never been too good at that either.
I don't know what to say.
See, that's the tough part. There isn't anything for you to say. I mean, I know what I wish you could tell me. I wish that you could just look at me and you say, you hang on, you keep believing. Because baby or no baby, it's not going to change the way that we think about each other, the way we feel.
But it does. It does, Deacon. If there was an answer, any answer, that I could keep you in my life, I would grab it. But you were right. You were right. This baby, it changes everything.
Can you just tell me what to do? Please, because I don't know how to go on.
Well, you have Bridget?
Yeah. Yeah, I got Bridget. I don't have you. And you are all that I think about. This is ridiculous, man. I gotta do something about this.
Where are you going?
I'm going home. I'm going home to my wife.
Well, how about we order some food because that margarita is starting to go to my head.
That's the best Mexican food in town.
But according to Tony, there's a place on Alameda Street that's better. Will you excuse me, Clarke?
Damn that guy. I don't believe it. I guess it's a coincidence.
What's that?
Of all the joints in LA, you wander into this one.
Actually, it's not. I'm here precisely because you're here.
And you're gonna leave. Precisely because I told you to.
I don't think so, Clarke.
Do yourself a favor and take it someplace else.
Do I threaten you, Clarke?
You have HIV. You threaten everyone.
You're such a bastard, and you're so ignorant you don't even know it.
You're the ignorant and reckless one who got the disease. I'm not gonna let you infect Kristen with it. I'm gonna keep her far away from you.
You don't have to. I've already done that.
Yeah, is that why you're here?
I'm here to make sure that she's okay.
I'll take care of that.
You are more of a threat to Kristen than I am.
Yeah, how's that?
Because stupidity's a dangerous thing, Clarke.
Tony, you should get something straight. You're not like the rest of the world. You're different, so don't go around acting like you're normal because you're not. You're a walking time bomb, and one of these days you're gonna wake up with AIDS.
Clarke! How could you say those
Kristen,
things?
you're back.
Tony, what are you doing here?
I had to see you. I probably shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
No.
Kristen, let him leave.
I think you should be the one to leave, Clarke.
Kristen!
I'm sorry, but I need to be with Tony tonight.
Let's get out of here.
Eric, I love Kristen as much as you do. But, honey, you can't live your children's lives for them. Look, we've raised her well. You've got to just trust her intelligence and her good sense.
And when passion and emotion are involved, you still want to count on intelligence and good sense?
Yes.
Not me. Not where my daughter's concerned.
You're underestimating her, and you're showing her no respect.
Well, then let me err on the side of caution.
You're going to alienate her.
I'm going to save her life. What are you... Do you know something I don't know?
Like what? She's out on a date, that's all I know.
Date? With whom?
With Clarke.
I encouraged her to go out with him, but she could do so much better.
Well, I think she'd like to do better, but you've taken it into your head to forbid that.
Hey, honey, how are you? Oh, wow. What are you looking for?
Birth control pills, where are they?
My birth control pills. Honey, what are you doing?
You're not gonna be needing these anymore.
Huh?
We're gonna make a baby. Tonight.
Deacon, what is going on?
You're my wife. I wanna have a baby with you.
You already have a baby.
We don't have a baby.
What has gotten into you?
Bridget, listen to me. I'm ready for this. I am really, really ready for this.
So, tell me how it is that you wound up at Las Olas.
I just went in there for a drink.
So, was it coincidence?
No. Actually, I followed you and Clarke there.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. It was stupid.
Well, yeah, especially since it was you that I wanted to go out with tonight.
Yeah, and then I turned you down. But then...
Then what?
I didn't want you to go out with Clarke. Or anybody else.
The old, I don't want her, but I don't want anyone else to have her either.
I'm acting like an adolescent, I know.
No. You're acting like a man who's in love, but won't admit it.
No, I'm in love, and I will admit it. But I'm afraid.
You don't have to be afraid.
You don't realize how powerfully attracted I am to you, do you?
And it frightens you.
Frightens me. It scares the hell out of me, Kristen. I think about you every day, every night. How I would want to touch you, how I'd want to be alone with you, how I'd want you next to me. And then I think about how deadly it would be if I indulged myself in those feelings. Deadly for you.
Do you know what your problem is? You are a chauvinist and a control freak. So you think you're calling all the shots, but let me tell you something. I'm calling the shots here.
Really?
Yeah. And let me tell you something, Antonio Dominguez. You know, maybe for the first time in your life that you are with a woman who never says yes when she means no.
You don't ever want to say yes to me, Kristen. Ever.
I'll decide that, not you. And I'll also decide when I say no. And when I do, I'll mean it.
What are you doing?
What I've wanted to do for a very long time.
No, Kristen, we can't.
You can't. But I can.
Stephanie, there's nothing more to be said. Now, Kristen stays away from Tony Dominguez. She's not to go anywhere near him. That's not negotiable.
Oh, you're just going to lay down the law?
Yes, and I have. And I'll enforce it, too, if I have to. I'll get this. Clarke.
Hello, Eric.
I thought you were on a date with Kristen.
I was. That's what I want to talk to you about.
Hello, Clarke. Where's Kristen?
She's with Antonio Dominguez.
With Tony?
Yeah, he interrupted our date. Kristen left the restaurant with him.
Where did they go?
Well, my guess is to his place. We both know what that means. Yeah, trouble. I don't need to spell it out for you. I know you told Tony to back off, but he just won't do it. Eric, you've got to stop them once and for all. Kristen's life depends on it.